I love my endless pool, but like most pools, it'll develop issues that you must address. This time, it was bubbles in the return jet. See all those tiny bubbles shooting out? Yeah, that's no good. Checking the pump confirms that there's air on the suction side of the plumbing. Let's turn off the power and have a look. I'll do that from the electrical disconnect, and go ahead and remove the pull-out head to cut the power. Alright, now back over to the pool. The first thing to check is leaks around the fittings and pipes. That can introduce air. We had some leaks here before, but they look fine now. Let's go ahead and turn off the water valves coming to and from the pool. The last one was a little bit difficult. With the valves closed, we can now take the lid off the pump. If the lid is really stuck, you may need to gently tap it with a rubber mallet to loosen it up. Alright, now it comes off. And as long as we're in here, we might as well clean out the filter basket. This one is actually pretty clean. Now let's separate the clear plastic lid from the clamp and take a look at the black O-ring. The O-ring will stretch and flatten with age, and that will begin to let air in. So we'll go ahead and remove it and replace it with a new one. Make sure you properly lubricate the new ring. This will help ensure that it's an airtight seal. Next, place the O-ring back in the plastic lid and ensure it's properly seated. If it isn't in there perfectly, air can sneak in and cause the bubbles we're seeing. Now let's put the lid back in the clamp, and with the lid and the clamp back together, we can place it back on the pump and tighten it up. Make sure it's securely in place. And once you're confident it's on there tight, you can turn the water valves back on. Here's the first one, and now the second one. Let's head back over to the disconnect, and we'll insert the pull-out head to restore the power. Once the pump turns back on, you'll see a little air while it starts back up, but it should clear out quickly and you'll see fewer and fewer bubbles. Now let's go ahead and check the return jet. There should be no bubbles. Yeah, that's not right. Okay, reverse everything we just did and let's get that lid back off. One thing I didn't check before was for cracks around the lid. And sure enough, you can see here that there are cracks around the edges. The only way to fix that is with a new lid. So Amazon to the rescue. With lightning fast shipping, here's the new lid. It looks amazingly clear compared to the old one, and it is in pristine shape. No cracks around the edges. I definitely checked this time. We can use the same new rubber O-ring from before. Just make sure it's lubricated again, and then insert it into the new lid. I went ahead and got a new clamp too. That's probably overkill, but it's nice and clean and should make it easier to tighten it against the pump. Let's get the lid and clamp back in there on top of the pump, and now we'll go ahead and tighten it up. Once it's secured, you can turn the valves back on and power the pump back up, and then check the pump again. This looks beautiful. No bubbles at all, super clear. And just to be sure, time to check that return jet one more time. And it looks bubble free as well. Just for comparison, here's the before, and here's the after. With that maintenance item checked off, time to get back in there and enjoy the pool. Until the next problem comes up. Happy swimming.